Good morning. Today is Monday, April 14th, and I'm going to read the energies for today. I'm feeling like a pushiness and a twistedness in my stomach. I don't know if anybody else is feeling this or this is just my stuff, but I also feel like some devil energy is coming up, which is kind of like making me look at the negative voices that are coming up and saying judgmental or critical things. In internal family systems, that's the inner critic. So in tarot, it would be the devil energy. But that is what is coming up for me. So we'll see what the cards say. I'm going to do the wisdom of the oracle first. And also I have like an inner pusher part, like a part that wants to take control, and very related to the ego, and wants to just push things and make things happen, rather than sitting back and kind of like, you know, that's not under my control. Let's just go with the flow. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling for today. So I don't know anybody else feeling that way. Let's see what the cards say and what might be helpful. Okay, so I have the orphaned card again. We've gotten this before. The feeling that we've been abandoned, and we can relate this to spirit, like God has left us, and we're on our own. We have to fight for ourselves, and nobody loves us. Victim mentality, that kind of thing. Nobody's helping us. And I think that is an energy that's coming up a little bit for me. I can relate to that because there's something that I've been wanting to happen, that I've been working very hard towards, and it hasn't happened yet. So feeling kind of like unsupported, like I think that is part of the orphaned mentality. Anybody else feeling that way? Kind of like the things that you want are just not happening, and that's that kind of energy. But I also have yang energy, which is the masculine type of energy, which is that like our desire to make things happen, and feeling our power in the world of what we can do. So that energy is coming up. That's number 1. The orphaned is number 5. And so maybe it's like asking ourselves, you know, what is under our control? What do we have that is under our control? What can we do? Where is our power? And I'm just probably going to just get one more unless more than one wants to come out, which is actually the case. I got 2. Observer, which we had before, kind of taking a step back. I think of this one as the meditation card of kind of, okay, let's just take a step back and observe what's happening. Observe the thoughts, observe what's happening around us. Oh, I had also I have said that everything means something, and so this morning a blue heron flew over me as I was driving into my office, and I was like, I have to look that up in my book, but I think it has a spiritual meaning, like, but I can't remember what it is now, so I'll have to look that one up. So observer is, for me, is the meditation card. And that's number 49. And then the other one that came out is flexible. So we need to be flexible with our plans. Sometimes they don't have the same, or sometimes things don't turn out the way that we want them to turn out. But if we can be open, sometimes they turn out even better. And if we can let go of those expectations, that's a really hard thing to do sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to just pull some tarot cards to see if we can get more information about those ones. Okay. I do want to get more about the Yang one from the Wisdom of the Oracle. See if there's any more direction there from the Oracle. But I'm first going to pull some tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, and I got, oh, Four of Swords for the Orphaned. Yeah. So that's telling me that we need to kind of be compassionate and loving and care for that part of ourselves. And that's actually the kind of message that I was getting this morning too, is like, you know what, like all these like negative voices and the criticism that you're hearing, you know, they come from a place of your experience before, like growing up, how you felt, you know, how you had to look for all the danger signs and be aware, and you're doing that now, and that's what, you don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to work so hard, but maybe you could just care for that part of you that went through all of that, and just hold that part of you and just love it and nurture it, and let it be sad. Just hold it, really, is what I was getting. And I think that Four of Swords, if you can see that, like all her pain that she went through, and she's just resting and nurturing herself and allowing herself to just be. So I think that that's kind of the message that's coming through for that, the Orphaned card. Loving and honoring that part of ourselves that went through all of that. That was hard. So I do, oh, this is also sun energy, the Yang energy. So allowing the sun to just come through you. But I'm going to see what else the card says. Oh, that's not the Magician. Oh, in this one, it's the Magician. Okay. Sorry. It's taking me a while to get there. Okay. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity. The power to make things happen, taking action. Okay, so we do have that, the action card. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you will want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. So I think like what I'm getting is like, we need to care for this part of ourselves that has been injured and hurt, and see like why those protection voices are coming up, because of our experience from the past, and just honor that part of ourselves and hold it. And we need to do that before we can move forward. But once we do that, once we take care of that part of ourselves, and sometimes at the same time, I find that in relationship you have to do that, to take care of yourself at the same time as you take care of your partner, or take care of yourself first, but you can quickly move into moving forward and moving into action and taking care of others. But you cannot forget about that part of yourself, that wounded part of yourself. Okay, so let's see what comes up for the Yang energy and the and I got the Nine of Wands. So I think like that is, I'm just looking, she's kind of patiently waiting and looking out at what's in front of her. And her path is being lit. Determination, resilience, defiance, a last defense, the final push, excitement for what's to come, finding motivation in the face of difficulties. Oh, that's so good. That is like perfect. Okay, because it's what I'm talking about. It's like we've been wounded, we've endured all these wars, and we want to move forward. We want to move forward so badly, but we're also tired of the fight and tired of being pushed back and tired of not feeling supported. And so we're getting this message that it's okay for us to move forward. We need to move forward, and we need to also recognize and nurture this part of ourselves that's been injured and not forget about it or push it down. But know that we're more than that. So the affirmation is, I push beyond my own perceived limitations, and I remain open and trusting as I do. So even though we've been hurt, and we can acknowledge and accept that we've been hurt, and we have this wounded part of ourselves, we also have a strength that's beyond us. That's the sun, spirit, love, that's helping us and guiding us. And we can now use that to move forward while still honoring our struggles. Okay, so the next one we have is the Observer, which I consider my meditation card. And we're just going to get more information about that. Okay, so I have the Sun. So what I'm getting from the Observer is like sitting more in stillness in meditation and stepping back. And as we do that, the Sun is going to be able to come through us and light our path. And I see that all coming together, like it kind of moving through us in a way. And the Sun is also that masculine energy. But it's the balance between masculine and feminine. It's the balance between being and doing and stillness and movement, and it's finding that balance. And what I was getting in the beginning, that conflict, and I was feeling it in my stomach too, but I think it's making room for all of it. Making room for the parts of us that are wounded, and making room for spirit that's bigger than us, that's carrying us, that's showing us the way, that's lighting the way and helping us know where to go. And that we're not in this alone. So the last one we got is Flexible, and oh, I did get the Devil card. I knew the Devil was here somewhere. So the Flexible and the Devil, but the Devil's upside down. So I think that's really funny because I knew the Devil was in here somewhere. Okay. So it's upside down. So the Shadows here says, release, freedom from addiction, on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, not wanting to see your own role in a negative circumstance. Realizing that you are giving your power away, feeling helpless, breaking the chains. So I feel like this one is release, freedom. I think maybe freedom on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, and breaking the chains. That's what I feel like this is. What it has to do with the flexibility is that we are not doing this alone. And so we don't have all the control. Our ego wants to believe that, but it's not true. And sometimes what we see as darkness and the devil is really, and as the obstacle, is really what is going to help us see who we are. It's like that contrast. It helps us to know who we really are. So it says, the devil reaches out his hand, granting a release from the mundane with promises of earthly and material pleasures. While sometimes this release is healthy and necessary, he hides the fact that he offers everything you can become addicted to, from alcohol, drugs, work, and sex to more nuanced addictions like codependent relationships or how others make you feel. Anything that can entrap you or overtake your life can be harmful in excess. So I feel like that's what it is, really. It's that ego part of us, that, and the id, the kind of the ego and the id, if you're looking at it in Freudian terms. The parts of us that just want what we want when we want it are not seeing the whole bigger picture, and everything that we really desire and really want. It's not balancing all that out. And so that's why the devil comes into play sometimes, because I think when we see the devil, then we recognize that's not really what we want. The devil is a nudge to delve into your own shadows. He will bring you there, and then it's up to you to either fall fully into darkness or to work on healing your own relationship with your beautiful heart. Illuminate the things that are vying for your time, your energy, and your love that leave you feeling empty. Allow them to come up and attend to them. That's also what was coming to me this morning, is like, you know, you don't have to be scared of this part of yourself. You can look at it and love it and care for it. And then, you know, it will, that's all it's asking from you. For you to take care of it. Not to wait for somebody else to take care of it, or medicate yourself, or give yourself treats or food or alcohol or sex, you know. It wants you to look at it and love it and take care of it. Remember that addictions don't necessarily look scary and demonic until they do. Seek liberation from the bindings that are keeping you trapped and untether yourself. In darkness, look to fragmented aspects of the self as a source of light. In the darkness, I am free to heal everything. And I am not sure if I have this book with me, but it's my Power Animals book. I have a feeling I don't have it, but if I do, I really want to look up the blue heron, because I think that has some meaning here today. I don't have it, but actually, if anybody knows the meaning of the blue heron and they want to put that in the comments, that would be great. And if I find it later, maybe I'll do a separate video on it, because I don't have that book here. But I think that is also an important message that's part of this whole message today. So I hope that helps you with the energies of today and what you're working with. And I hope, you know, I hope that resonates with you and is helpful. And that's it.